Hey guys, Shawty Phillips here with my brand new video checking out the latest horror packs. You guys don't know what the horror packs are. They're basically monthly subscription services where you guys can sign up for either a DVD pack or a Blu-ray pack, and each month you guys get sent either 4 different DVDs or 4 different Blu-rays. I'll put a link below though if you guys are interested in signing up for the horror pack or finding out more about it. So let's take a look and see what's in this month's packs here. The first one's here. See, I'm not sure if these are the DVDs or the Blu-rays. I think these are the DVDs. So the first one in here in the DVD pack is Croc. And this is from that Man-Eater series. I remember when this series first came out, there were a lot of like Sci-Fi Channel type movies. I think when this came out, like 2008, I believe this came out. There was a lot of different ones in this series. I might have bought this one years ago, but I don't remember this at all. I don't know if I've ever watched this one, but I know it's like a Killer Crocodile type one. The next one in here in the DVD pack, and this is a cool one because this is the old, old paper cases. This is the early one. I think this is actually probably around the last year that they were releasing things in paper cases. This is like, at least in 2002. This is, Warner Brothers was the main company, I believe, that was putting everything out in these paper cases, and this is Eight-Legged Freaks. This is one of the early Scarlett Johansson movies. I think this was, yeah, that's like a year or two before. Was this a year or two before Ghost World, I believe? So this is kind of like right when she was sort of starting out. She had done some stuff before, but this is like the first movie where she was like the lead in it. As far as I can remember, she was the lead in this. I have not watched this movie though, like since it first came out. So this is definitely one I need to go and watch again. But it's actually cool to see this one sealed up and stuff. Like I said, this is one of those early paper case ones. And it's actually, the widescreen one as well. Because this is back around the time, too, when they were releasing everything in, widescreen versions and then full screen versions. And it was always a big to-do because you wanted to make sure you got the widescreen one. I used to remember, too, like when I was at school, I used to have my mom like say, could you go to Best Buy and get this thing that came out and stuff like that. And I always used to have to say, make sure you get the widescreen one and not the full screen one. So it was always a big to-do. I'm glad they don't do any of that nowadays, because everything's just widescreen. The other thing in here is, this is one I really like, this movie, Oculus. This is actually a pretty cool, creepy movie here. The director has gone on to do a lot of other stuff too, but this was actually a very, very creepy, cool movie. You don't hear people talk about this one as much anymore, but when this first came out though, everyone was talking about this. And the next one in here, the last one in the DVD pack, is a movie called Annalise, the Exorcist tapes. This is one I know I have not seen. This is from the Asylum from 2011. This is like when they were doing a lot of those kind of movies that they were acting like was real. And I remember too, like they didn't used to on IMDb, like, put the cast and stuff like that. They used to do that, like, they haven't done this in a long time, but they used to do a lot of these kind of found footage stuff that kind of seem real, and they wouldn't, link to who was in it and stuff. But I've never seen that one before. If you guys have seen that one, let me know how that one is. Now on to the Blu-rays in here. So let's see what the Blu-rays are this month. So the first one in here is Mirrors 2. This is one, I've actually had this one for years. I have never watched the sequel to Mirrors. So I don't even know where it is. So now I know where it is, because it's one of those ones, like some movies, you kind of buy and then you never get around to watching it. Because I liked the first Mirrors. It was actually pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it was Kiefer Sutherland in it. Pretty sure it was, and I remember really liking it, but I never got around to seeing the sequel, and I always thought it was kind of weird they made a sequel to it, because it was one of those ones that I don't feel like even Mirrors 1 was that popular. I kind of remember sort of people talked about it, but like it wasn't one of those ones that I really thought that there would be a sequel to. Especially because it was a direct-to-video one. And the next one here, this is a horror pack limited edition one. This is a movie called Psychos. I don't know anything at all about this one. But, I always love these, limited edition ones. So a lot of times these releases, too, there'll either be ones that, are only available whatsoever in this pack, and you can only ever see them, digitally, digital download and streaming and that kind of stuff. Or there's only a DVD release, and then Horror Pack gets the exclusive rights to the Blu-ray. So it's always pretty cool here that they have these in there, and all the DVD, some of the DVD packs have had them as well. But most of the time, it's pretty much every single Horror Pack Blu-ray has the limited edition thing. So that's actually a really cool thing. That's one of my favorite things about the packs too. The next one here This is a Scream Factor release, and this is a movie that I feel like kind of went under the radar. It stars David Morse and Rainn Wilson. This was an amazing movie called The Boy. You know, the same year that other film The Boy came out as well, about that weird, you know, the girl had to, you know, watch that weird doll. That movie was actually really, really cool. Love that one. But this movie, this was an absolutely amazing movie that I feel like no one has seen. This was actually produced for Chiller too, and this was a very strange film because it's very much an art film, so it's kind of weird that Chiller produced this because it was not the typical kind of stuff that they were making for their, you know, their TV type films. But definitely, guys, look up the trailer for this movie. This was a very, very cool movie about this really weird boy living with his father, played by David Morse, at this motel that was like a crap home motel that no one was going to, and this kid was up to no good, and it was kind of had the feel to like The Good Son a little bit, but really, really cool movie. And then the last one in here in the horror pack is Wolf Creek 2, and I really like the Wolf Creek films. I like the Wolf Creek TV series as well. You know, they released that, came out on DVD a couple months back, but that was actually a pretty cool series, and I believe they're doing a sequel, you know, a follow-up series to that as well, I think. And then there's talk about a third Wolf Creek movie. But the Wolf Creek films, though, I really like them. Hopefully in the US at some point the first movie comes to Blu-ray. But definitely are really cool, very, very, like, you know, gritty, you know, ultra-violent type films. And Umbrella Entertainment is releasing this movie that John Jarrett was in, like this, I think it's a crocodile movie that looks really, really interesting from the 80s. And it's, I don't know, that's what I'm really interested in seeing, because I heard people talk about it here and there, but looks like a really cool one. But anyway, though, guys, that's just a look at the latest, you know, unboxing of the latest horror packs. Like I said, I'm going to put a link below for you guys to check it out if you guys are interested in signing up or finding out more about that. Anyway, though, guys, thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later.